In 2014, Jason Mitchell was broke, drowning in $45,000 of credit card debt, and working a job that barely paid his rent. At 28, he felt like a failure. He had no savings, no investments, and no real plan, just a stack of unpaid bills and a constant pit of anxiety in his stomach. But by 2024, Jason had turned it all around. He wasn't just debt-free. He had over $300,000 invested, owned a small home, and had started a thriving side business generating 6 figures a year. What changed? Everything: his mindset, his habits, and his relationship with money. This is Jason's story, and it's proof that anyone can rewrite their financial future, no matter how hopeless it may feel. The breaking point: it all started with a declined credit card. I was at the grocery store, trying to buy a frozen pizza and some eggs, Jason remembers. When the card got declined, I laughed nervously, but inside, I was humiliated. He went home, opened a spreadsheet, and for the first time in his life, looked at every single one of his debts. Between credit cards, a used car loan, and a small personal loan, he owed $45,612. Worse, he had no assets. That moment changed everything, Jason says. I realized no one was coming to save me. I had to figure this out myself. Step 1. Getting real with his finances. Jason started by tracking every dollar he spent. He used a free budgeting app and went through 3 months of past transactions. I was shocked to see how much I was spending on things that didn't bring me joy: takeout, subscription services I didn't use, Amazon splurges, he says. He slashed his spending, canceled subscriptions, sold unused electronics on eBay, and started bringing lunch to work. It wasn't glamorous, but it was the first time he felt in control. Step 2. Creating a debt avalanche plan. He adopted the debt avalanche method, focusing on paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first, while making minimum payments on the rest. It made more sense mathematically than the snowball method, Jason explains. I wanted to save on interest and attack the most dangerous debt first. Every extra dollar went toward that high-interest credit card. He picked up weekend shifts at a local warehouse and drove for Uber on weeknights. Every side hustle dollar was dedicated to one thing: debt payoff. Within 18 months, he'd paid off all $45,000. Step 3. Rewiring his financial mindset. But Jason knew paying off debt was only half the battle. He had to change the way he thought about money. I started reading personal finance books: Your Money or Your Life, The Millionaire Next Door, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and something clicked. I wasn't just broke. I had a broke mindset. He began treating money as a tool, not a reward. Instead of spending to feel good, he found satisfaction in saving and investing. He created a 6-month emergency fund, then opened a Roth IRA. He automated his savings and started dollar-cost averaging into low-cost index funds. He also created what he called his Freedom Account, a high-yield savings account for opportunities, travel, business ideas, or new skills. Step 4. Building income streams. With debt behind him and a stable budget in place, Jason turned his focus to growth. I realized no one gets rich by budgeting alone, he says. You have to increase your income. He leaned into freelancing, doing graphic design projects online. Within a year, he was making $2,000 a month on the side. He invested in an online course to sharpen his skills, then launched his own mini agency. I went from working for money to creating value. That shift changed my life. By 2022, Jason was earning more from his side business than his 9 to 5. He quit his job to go full-time and never looked back. Step 5. Living below his means, even when he didn't have to. Despite the new income, Jason chose not to inflate his lifestyle. I still live in a modest home. I drive a reliable used car. I wear the same $40 watch I had in college, he laughs. Wealth is what you don't see. Instead of upgrading his lifestyle, he upgraded his net worth. He maxed out his retirement accounts, invested in taxable brokerage funds, and even started putting money into real estate crowdfunding. By 2024, he had over $300,000 invested in a profitable business. What Jason learned, and what you can, too. Jason's story isn't about overnight success. It's about small decisions compounded over time. 1. Face the truth. You can't fix what you don't acknowledge. 2. Make a plan. Whether it's the avalanche or snowball method, commit to a debt strategy. 3. Live on less than you earn. Budgeting isn't punishment, it's freedom. 4. Invest in yourself. Courses, books, skills, they compound. 2. 5. Earn more. Look for ways to add value, not just hours. 6. Delay gratification. Don't sacrifice your future for today's dopamine hit. Final words from Jason. If someone told me 10 years ago I'd be here, I would have laughed. I thought I'd always be broke. But the truth is, you don't need to be a genius or come from money. You just need discipline, patience, and a reason bigger than your excuses. Jason's transformation didn't come from winning the lottery or catching a lucky break. It came from a decision to change, and the courage to follow through. And that decision is available to you right now.